Hey guys. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Friday live stream. I hope you're all having a nice day. The room's populating here nicely. Let's give it a moment here to let everyone join in, and we'll have another fun afternoon together, or evening, I don't know, morning, depending on where you are. Good day from Canada. Thank you. Good day from Japan. It's gloomy here today. It's like rainy season now, and it's pretty humid, and it just rains a lot. So yeah, that's a new type of climate sensation I'm not used to. Um, Getting used to it though. It is interesting. Anyways, I don't get out. I mean, I'm still, we work from home, so we don't get out a lot. Um, are you on the toilet? No, I'm just on my desk. I'm at my desk. It looks like a toilet, maybe, just because of the wall. But I don't know who. It's like a prison wall, maybe. Yeah, it's not. Sorry, you don't like my wall. Um, but yeah, it's I got this humid weather, and I, I think about maybe this is a good topic for today. We could talk about fades, and someone's hi from Indonesia. I was just thinking about climates like that, where it gets pretty humid, and you see the genes that people from like Thailand and Indonesia and Malaysia, like that Southeast Asian region, and the way that they fade their genes is it's pretty incredible. And so I'm thinking to myself, maybe this is a good opportunity to get those humidity fades and see how that can take shape. But I haven't started a new pair of jeans in a while, and yeah, maybe that's the thing to do. But admittedly, one of the problems with me with starting with a new pair of jeans is I really like a worn pair of jeans, and when I get that new pair, I was talking about it the other day. It's just other kinds of fades. Um, you know, I was also having a conversation the other day. I think it was on Reddit about um, somebody was wearing their left hand twills, and they had worn them quite beautifully, and they looked fantastic. And they were talking about how comfortable that denim fabric is, which I have to attest. It is one of the once worn in, it's just unbelievably comfortable, unbelievably comfortable. I still, I I wear these, and I wear the True Grits a lot, and I always find myself, as much as I love my True Grits, don't get me wrong, I'm just, whenever I want to be in comfort mode, I'm in my left hand twills, just because of that supreme level of comfort. So, um, bad network. How's the signal, guys? Hit the little heart button if the signal's okay. Um, Let me know. Hopefully things are okay here. Um, I'm not seeing any hearts. So is this not working well? Um, is that better? Maybe I need to point my phone towards the router. I hope that it's working. Is it working? Can you guys let me know? Anyways, um, so I was talking to this person about their left hand twills, and they had faded them quite nicely. And like me, they were at the point where they were more frequently washing their jeans. Like after the first maybe 4 or 6 months in my left hand twills, I was washing them on a semi regular basis. Um, it's good on my iPad. Phone was iffy. Okay, yes, better. Okay, it's working. Okay, fantastic. Thanks, guys. Um, so I also there was an experiment I kind of tried out. I don't know how long ago it's been, but it's been a while, where I started adding a little bit of bleach to my wash when I was washing my left hand twills. Um, and I found that that bleach really brightened up the blue a lot. So I started doing that, every now and then, and I really liked the way it turned out. So my left hand twills are like this really nice bright blue. So I was offering that suggestion, and I've seen a couple people talk about it, and I think it's a pretty cool tip for people who want that like really vintage, worn out blue look. Um, you could probably achieve that same thing with a lot of washes, but it's going to take a lot of washes. So, once you've worn them in a lot, I think if you want to experiment, it's a fun little thing you can try. And so a lot of people ask me how much bleach should I use. I say use a little bit, just a really tiny little bit of bleach, because every garment's going to react a little bit differently, and don't put it directly on the garment. If your washing machine has a bleach little deposit, uh, I don't know the term. Anyways, a place where you can put the bleach, so that it adds it to the wash progressively. That's the way to do it. If you put it right on the garment, obviously you're going to get bleach burns on those. So don't do that. But use a little bit. And after the wash, you'll see how much that little bit did to your garment. So, based on that, use more, use less, as you want your jeans to fade. So, of course, this is you're in experiment land. So, results are going to vary. You might like it, you might not like it, but that's the way the news goes. And that's kind of the fun with raw denim, of course. Everything you do to your jeans, whether it is, wearing them out, or you decide to, experiment with them with a little bit of bleach, or even if you want to rip and tear and paint. I saw a guy painting his jeans the other day. I shared those images on our stories, and they were fantastic. So, there's nothing you can do wrong. That's kind of the fun of this, and everything that you do represents, the time. Maybe quote preferred fade out there. You just don't have to look like that. They can look any way they and I think that we need to see more of different kinds of takes on this. People who wash their jeans maybe more often than others, or people who are they're not as delicate with their jeans, and that's kind of the thing I find interesting, is that we're in this like workwear kind of tough guy fabric world, and then people are really, really delicate when it comes to washing them. But they're really hard on them when it comes to getting them dirty and beat up. So, yeah, whether it's bleach or maybe try some OxyClean. I don't know, that could be fun. Or put them in the dryer. I've put in jeans in the dryer, and you get that kind of veiny kind of look on them, and I remember that happening to me for the first time, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I like this, but I started wearing those jeans. And I'm like, you know what? It adds kind of a neat character to this. I don't see this very often, so even that could be something that sometimes I see people like get really upset. I'm like, nah, it's not the end of the world. Does washing your jeans frequently make them lighter? Yeah, because the more wash you put on that garment, the more indigo comes off. I bought the overalls Black Power stretch. Any recommendations? Wear them. I mean, that's a fun piece to have. My wife wears those overalls all the time. There's a gentleman, I forget his name. Sorry, I'm really, really bad with names, I have to say, but I do remember faces and photos. But I've been posting on our stories. There was a gentleman who's wearing our overalls pretty regularly. He looks pretty cool. So and he posts a lot. So I've been sharing those images in our stories. Soak in cold water with ice, denim wash, and vinegar. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Like ice water wash, I can't imagine is going to do anything special. Vinegar will probably just make your jeans smell like vinegar. That's one thing I have to say that I'm not convinced on when people look, wash it with vinegar, it's going to color stabilize. Maybe there's some like scientific basis to that, but I'm sure that there are some detergents that are like chemically, um, you know, some scientists work on it to develop this wash that is supposed to do exactly what it's supposed to do rather than, um, you know, vinegar. Uh, Yeah. So like when it comes to that kind of stuff, maybe you should leave it to the pros. Woolite Dark is one of those things that if you want to keep your clothes dark, then that's what you use. I remember back in January, we were in New York, and um, anyway, it was a gentleman who I'd been speaking to, and he worked at a rather large detergent company, and he was trying to develop a denim wash, and he wanted kind of my opinions on that. And so he was a nice guy, and I didn't sit, well, I sat down with him, and we were denim wash products come and go. I mean, I still see them out there, and they're kind of expensive. I mean, you get a little bottle of this stuff, and it's quite pricey. And I don't think that there's anything in that bottle that is special or any more special than, say, a product like Woolite Dark. I've never seen a denim wash that is like, wow, this really makes a humongous difference. I think it's kind of cash grab. So that's pretty much what I told this guy. I said, number one, if you're a big company trying to develop a denim wash, I don't think there's a big enough market for you to make such a product. Because number one, raw denim is the niche of the niche. I mean, of all jeans wearers, raw denim enthusiasts are probably the very, very single digit percentage of those people. Um, and then of like the hardcore enthusiasts, how often are we really washing our jeans anyways? So I said your target audience is tiny, and maybe that's why all these little tiny brands show up, because they're trying to fill that niche. But I have to say that I've never seen one of these brands, and we're at trade shows, and sometimes I see those guys there, and they come and they give us a bottle or two, and they, hey, try it out, and I'm like, okay, give it a try. I'm like, I don't think it does anything. So it's kind of like there's a lot in the raw denim world where we're like, oh, put your jeans in the freezer. That's gonna get rid of the stink. It just makes your jeans cold. I mean, if you want to get rid of the stink, you gotta wash your jeans. Some of this stuff is really common sense. But I mean, folklore is fun. I mean, I think that's why people like, crazy ideas. That secret knowledge. But no, I don't think that vinegar or ice washes or freezing your jeans does anything. If you want to clean your jeans, you got to do what you got to do for every other garment you own, and that is to launder them. And to what degree, that's up to you, of course. If you want more fading, you got to go the hardest route. Wash with, the more agitation you put on that fabric, the more color you're going to lose. So that's the rule. So if you hand wash, that's less agitation versus putting in the machine wash and then putting in the dryer all on hot. So, yeah. That's just my rambling. I don't know if that made any sense at all. Sometimes I just go on. I have no end in sight. So if that was confusing for you, let me know, and I'll try to clarify. I pre-ordered the trunks jacket on James Dan. Should I expect a slightly longer delay than those who got them at Tate and Yoko? No. You shouldn't expect a delay. We're actually working with the retailers to see if they would prefer we just ship the jeans directly to the customer instead of shipping it to them and then shipping it to you. So that way, we cut out some time there. So right now, I know the super guy Trunks is starting to ship to customers who pre-ordered it right now, so that's happening. So if you got your if you pre-ordered a Super Guy, you probably heard from us, or maybe you saw that shipping notification. So that's starting to go out. So the jacket, the Weird Guy, the Easy Guy, that stuff hasn't come in yet, but it's coming soon. So sit tight, because finally that stuff is going to be available. And when it comes to the general release, so for the extra stock, I have a little bit of extra stock. I'll let you know that right now in the Super Guy. I don't know about the Easy Guy or the Weird Guy or the jackets yet, because those haven't come in. But as soon as we've shipped everything out to all the customers, I'll take that inventory and then we will do a release. And depending on the amount of inventory I have, it's either going to be a lottery system, or I will have a general kind of release date that everyone can know about. So hopefully there won't be shortages. Yeah, that's what's happening there. The famous made in Japan. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, I'm here live from Japan. Regarding dyeing old denim in a what's that? Procyon MX permanent non. Oh, okay. Regretted dyeing old denim in some kind of permanent dye. Why did you regret it? Counting down the days for that Trunks jacket to arrive on my doorstep. So hyped. I'm excited. I'm just as excited as you guys are for that. When that jacket released and it sold out in like seconds, I felt so bad. I knew that there was a lot of people who missed out on that. So I wanted to make it right. And I did a live stream pretty much directly after it, addressing it, and I got that second kind of wave going. So second wave, all the news is in my brain. That second, the pre-order production. So yeah. So speaking of permanent dyed jeans, I wanted to show you guys something that we've been cooking up, and this is going to be another fall-winter 20 preview. So we have a jean called the No Fade Denim, or the Forever Blue, actually. We had a jean a long time ago called the No Fade, but this is a jean called the Forever Blue Stretch Selvage. I showed you. Actually, I got to do that. Patented jean drop. So it's the fit today. Got my kimono shirt, my Easy Guys, Velveteen yellow t-shirt. We just launched these on Tate and Yoko, for those, anyways, paying attention to the Tate and Yoko emails. But this is the Forever Blue Stretch Selvage. Let's take a look at these. So this is a reactive dyed, no fade raw denim. So, we were talking about fading pretty much all day so far, but there is a certain population in the raw denim community that loves crispy, dark jeans. They don't want them to fade. They like the clean look. They want them to stay that way. So we've made jeans for you guys. So just like I would say we were pretty much the first people to really push stretch selvage and make that more accepted in the raw denim community. I think this is another opportunity for us to have a different take on what is acceptable in the raw world. So this is the No Fade denim. It is crispy. It is dark. You've got that. Let's check out the details here. It looks like your typical classic raw jean. We've got that nice all blue selvage edge. The Forever Blue, we call this denim. It's got 2% stretch, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 1 or 2. 2% elastin. So you get that great comfort with this. It is a crispy denim. I mean, if you feel it or if you hear it, you can. That's one thing that I should do an ASMR video on denim sound. So you've got that great crisp feel. You can see it's pretty crunchy. It stays, but as you wear it, it becomes a little bit stretchier, and you will feel that great comfort in this denim. But what's very special is that this is dyed with a reactive dye. So that is a dye that is resistant to fading. So over time, these jeans, you're not really going to develop that that heavy patina. It'll fade more uniformly throughout the jeans. And that's not to say that these are impossible to fade. They're just very heavily resistant to fading. And that's also, it's a combination of the dye and the fact that, we're dyeing pretty much to the core of the yarn here. So you're not really exposing much. There's no white to expose, that white center core yarn. So for those people who want that crisp look to remain forever, more or less, this is the jean for you. So the reactive dyed Forever Blue Stretch Selvage will be coming out this fall. And speaking of fall, I don't have the release schedule yet. I've been asked about that a couple of times. I'll have that soon, and then I'll have that posted soon. Right now, we are getting all of the image assets sorted out for Tate and Yoko, and we're going to be doing updates on Tate. We're going to be doing some updates on nakedandfamousdenim.com. So you'll be able to preview the collection in the coming weeks. And of course, with the previews, you can hit that notify button. So we have just in case anybody that doesn't know, on Tate and Yoko, if something is out of stock or hasn't been released yet, you can select the size that you want, and if the item is not available, a little button will appear saying notify me when available. So you can enter your email, and the second that item becomes available on the website, you get an email notification of that. So it's pretty handy in case you miss out on general release announcements. I know not everyone subscribes to the newsletters or the email or reads the blogs or that kind of stuff. So we try to make it so that there's a bunch of different ways that you can be informed instead of just kind of filtering it or funneling it all down just one tube. So anyways, if there's any other ways, I mean, of course I do the live streams. I let you guys know, and Garrett on Tate and Yoko does the breakdowns of the new items as they release. So and we do social posts. So we're trying our best here. So if you missed something, sorry, but maybe subscribe to our stuff. I saw a spring summer preview. There was going to be a gray pocket tee with a tiger patch, but now I don't see it. Will that ever be released? Was it? With the lockdown stuff, our factory was shut down during that. So some production got mega delayed, and I think some of the pocket tees were in that. Yeah, I don't think it got released. Maybe we're not gonna make it. There is a white pocket tee with tigers on it. There's a red version and a navy version, so maybe you want to check those out as alternatives. Though we do have every season you're going to see cat stuff, just because I'm a cat man. So if you missed out on something, I promise you'll have another opportunity to get something in the same realm, if it's cat related. Duck selvage in chino cut. Maybe. You know what? We've had a lot of success with the work pant this season, so that is maybe something I'll look to expand on down the road. I think our chinos, we do have a great selection of chinos. I think what sells our chinos is that there's a little bit of stretch in them. And the work pants is where I think we can get away with a little bit more work-weary kind of fabrics, like a duck selvage or duck canvas. So expect to see that down the line. Denim Junkies since Jinkos and Request. When I was a teenager, I wore... I don't think I wore Jinkos as a brand, but I definitely wore pants like that. I think a lot of kids did. Yeah, that was my candy raver phase. I had some candy raver friends, and we enjoyed wide pants and glow sticks. It was fun. That didn't last very long, that phase. But I do remember. The thing about memories in my mind, and I wish I had photos, or I don't, or I'm happy I don't have photos of some of the stupid outfits I wore. There's a Reddit thread called Blunder Years, which I think is kind of funny, and it's just looking back at the kind of the funny things that we wore as children, or as young people, or not even young people, of a certain time. Will you be releasing any jackets with pockets for the fall winter? We've been releasing jackets with pockets for 2 seasons now. So you might have missed out on that. That we did make that alteration. I think it was for fall winter 19, where we made the change. So all the jackets for fall 9. Yeah, it was fall 19, right?
Think it was spring.
Was it spring 20?
I think it was spring 19.
Spring 19.
Well, maybe fall
I think it was fall 19. Anyways, again, I'm in too many different seasons at the same time. I'd have to check, but it's been a while. All of our jackets now, all of the new production. So there is still a little bit of the old production hanging around. But all of the new production, so that's any of the fabrics that we use. Not only do we have side pockets, we have inside pockets. So we went from just the chest pockets, 2 pockets on a jacket, to 6 pockets. So you've got so many pocket options now in our denim jackets. So you might want to double check that. Will there be a version 3 of the Guardian Selvage? Version 3, we'll probably just keep. I know we have to reorder that fabric. I think we're pretty low. So we'll just. I think we're just going to continue making that fabric. That's been a popular one for us. I know that there's a couple of core items, even in unbranded, that haven't been restocked in a while. It's this year, man. Oh, this year. Anyways, we are persevering through everything. So thank you so much for all your support, guys. Really appreciate it. And for tuning in on these live streams every Friday night and Saturday morning for me. It's a great way for me to get all this denim stuff out of my system. And it's never really out of my system. I just need to blurt it out sometimes. And I'm right now, we're just work wise, we're transitioning over to a new system. So it's a lot of very system and data organization kind of stuff. So it's not the typical fun, developing and releasing product and kind of things that are filling my day. So yeah, got the left-hand tool jacket before pockets. That's okay. I mean, you could always modify that jacket. Even just putting pockets on the inside is not something that's. You put little bucket pockets on the inside, you've got some pockets. So, and again, with raw denim, that's the whole fun of it. Do whatever you want to that garment. It's your garment. I have some vintage denim jackets that are just covered with patches and stuff, and I love that. And so feel free to do anything you want to that garment. It's yours after all. You got to make it more personal. Why does the elephant of slub jacket have frayed inside pockets while the regular jacket inside pockets are nicely Emperor of slub jackets have a frayed inside pockets? Do they? Emperor of slub jackets have frayed inside pockets? I don't know.
I remember that there was different construction for the inside pocket because the fabric was so thick.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna become super bulky. We did the same finish as regular
Okay.
jackets. I don't remember.
Risa's telling me that there was an issue with the thickness of the fabric, and if we had done, say, our typical construction on that, there would have been issues. So I think there's a discrepancy there. But even in terms of fraying, I mean, if it's you could just cut some of those frayed edges off. But I don't know if you have that jacket. Maybe send me a picture to take a look at it. Maybe I can give you some advice. Hold on, I just want to see if on Tattoo Yoga there's a picture. Emperor of Slub. I think these are almost gone. I don't see a picture of the inside, so you might have to send me a picture of that. Denim closet tour. My closet is not ready, and most of my jeans are still in Canada. The thing about like my raw denim stack at home, um, almost nothing fits me anymore. So of all my worn in jeans, that stuff's going on the denim wall, or already on the denim walls. But I didn't feel like shipping stacks of jeans that don't fit me here in Japan. So I have like three jeans. No, one, two, three, four. I have seven pairs of jeans that are like that fit, and of that, two of them are the ones that I wear. Um, and then like my collection pieces, those are still at home. Uh, it's I have more denim jackets here than I think I have jeans. It's for anybody who has lived in two places at once. It's trying to decide what goes where is it's a little tough, especially since I didn't think um, that I wouldn't be traveling so much this year. I mean, this year started off with a lot of miles. I'll tell you that much. January, February was non-stop travel. I don't think we were in one place for more than like a week. So, between then and now, I had anticipated being back in Montreal at least once, maybe twice. And what day is it today? Today's the 15th, 16th? Today's the 13th. So, like, our flight to Canada was on the 15th, and that got canceled. So, and we were going to spend the rest of the summer there. So, yeah. Uh, what a weird year it's been. Um, what are my favorite jeans now? My favorite in terms of what we've accomplished is still the King of Slub, I would say. Um, that fabric base is just monstrous, and I just love the fact that we've really made the slubbiest denim in the world. I love every time when we push a boundary, and just speaking of pushing boundaries, the 40 ounce is, yeah. Even we was talking about it with Brandon yesterday, the day before yesterday, and oh yeah, it's coming along nicely. It's coming along nicely. So we're right now we're kind of at the point where construction is pretty much figured out. Hardware is still an issue because we basically have to make a lot of custom hardware, and a lot of this stuff has to be applied by hand. Because the fabric is so thick that there is no hardware designed for this stuff really. So and the other so we're pretty sure that we've sorted out all the rivets. It's going to be a zipper fly because unless you have just the most hate in your heart for thumbs, it will destroy your thumbs. Just trying to do that button fly up every time, you're going to hate yourself. So it's going to be a zipper fly, just like the 32 ounce denim. But the top button, we want it to still be a button. So we're trying to figure that out, where we have a button that is strong enough, and we, making the buttonhole strong enough. These were not none of this stuff was was meant to be, so to speak. So we're having to figure this stuff out for the first time ever. So um, we're gonna figure it out. I suggested maybe we do some kind of slide button, like a pair of trousers, but that's not really the jeans way. Um, Although I do own and have owned jeans with slider buttons, so that's not to say that they don't exist. Um, but yeah, it's doing things for the first time, developing things for the first time, being the first one to do things. It's all well and good for someone to do it second or third. Okay, you did it, but you had to reference something, and figuring it out. Especially on the machine that we have, um, the sewing machine that we have for this, that we bought specifically, specially, we bought very, very uh, incredible sewing. This thing is a monster. It's the tank of sewing machines. It's like the size of me. It's not some little, goes on the table sewing machine. This is a man-sized sewing machine. It's crazy. And that's why it could sew through anything. I think it could sew through God herself. So it's like anime level, super weapon um, sewing jeans. So I really want to. I mean, once it's sorted out, I want to make a video showing you just the power, the raw power of this thing. So I'm not there to do it. So hopefully sooner than later. Customary key ring for the 40 ounce to keep the zipper up. Yeah, that might. Would you need that? I don't think anyone's had any issues with our zipper. That's not. I've literally had one issue with our 32-ounce zipper from a customer, and yeah, that's it. From all the production of 32-ounce denim we've made, we only had one zipper defect, and I tried for hours to fix it. It was a real pain in my butt. Okay, wearing my babe. Love the feel of can't wait to wear Naked and Famous. Well, yeah, get on that. You'll appreciate the difference. Someone's saying another brand of jeans, but enjoy ours when you get the chance. But of course, all raw denim enthusiasts are welcome here to enjoy and talk about raw jeans. I know I've missed a couple. I have an almost new left-hand twill jacket. How to avoid the cardboard feeling? A bath with him can help. Yeah, I mean you don't have to bathe with the jacket, but I've bathed with jeans on. So, anyways, that's kind of the some of the lore. I was talking about it earlier. It's kind of bullshit, and some of it is also just kind of fun. It's one of those things where you're like, that's a real raw denim nerds do that stuff, but at the same time it's fun. Some of it does stuff, some of it doesn't do stuff, but some of it is just fun to do. I've done like the ocean soak, for example, and jumping into the ocean with my jeans. I did that with my dirty fades, and you know what, I have to say that works. And here's why it works: because I jumped into the water, the salt water, and what I was doing was I was taking the sand and I was rubbing it into my jeans, and you're in the water, so you're getting that abrasion, but the ocean is also washing the sand away. So I was able to lighten up my jeans quite nicely, I felt, and I thought that was kind of fun. Although it does. You dry your jeans on the beach. Maybe after that, you throw them in a bag because they're still going to be plenty sandy. You're going to have to wash them after. So, there was a bunch of seaweed in the pockets and stuff. So, it was fun. I'll tell you, it was fun. So, after that, I brought my jeans back to the hotel, and I washed them off. I rinsed them out in the shower and let them dry again. So, sorry about that. I want to buy my first heavyweight denim with elephants. We should go with our usual tag size or size down according to the waist measurement. The elephants made bigger in the waist because of the thicker fabric. Okay, so let me just address this idea of sizing down and usual tag size. Throw all that stuff out the window. Anything you know about sizing down, anything you know about my usual or normal tag size, throw it out, because your normal tag size is not really that normal. I mean, you could go from one brand to another. You could be completely different sizes, sometimes by a lot. So, in Japan here, I find that sizing is typically the measurement is the size, whereas in North America, that's not the case. And I can go on and on about vanity sizing and why it's not really about vanity. Some of it is. It's not really about vanity. Some of it is, but some of it is about the fact that there's no standard in terms of where something there's no standard in terms of where is your waist, for example. Should a high rise jean and a low rise jean, um, you know, it's hitting you at different points of that midsection of your body. So where is your waist when it comes to that? Where are you measuring? Where should we be measuring? So if you've got jeans, like I see girls that have jeans that come up to like their rib cage, and it's like that's a slimmer area typically than your waist or your hips. So if you're wearing low rise jeans that are like kind of on your hips, like where do you consider that, right? So it all kind of goes back to that there's no actual standard, and even if there was, how would you even determine that standard? So that said, the best way and the ultimate way to find the right size for you is to measure a pair of jeans that you own that fit you well, and then you take those measurements and you compare them to the sizing charts that are on our websites or on many websites that sell raw denim products. So the reason why you do that is because you can then visualize, okay, well, if the jeans that I have a 32.5-inch waist and they fit me well, that's the waist that I want, right? I should find the jeans that have a 32 or very close to 32.5-inch waist. So if you are the type of person who wants a slimmer fit, maybe you get the jean that has a 30 waist instead of a 32. If the jeans that you own have a 30-inch waist measurement, and you want your jeans to fit tight, maybe you get the jeans that have the waist measurement of a 29.5, because you can expect that half of an inch. But some people, in their mind, they think that jeans are going to stretch out to like this infinite level. They're going to stretch out 3 sizes, and they don't really realize what sizes means, because the difference between the tag size and the actual waist measurement are very different. So, and some people talk about them as if they're the same. So measure your jeans and compare those measurements to the sizing chart. That's the only way that you're going to get an accurate size. If you completely rely on tag size, you're going to have a bad time. Now, more or less, if you're a 32 in one weird guy, you're going to be a 32 in another weird guy. But at the same time, variances occur, weights of fabric, even time of year, in terms of like when we're cutting fabric, play a role in the outcome of how that jean ends up in production. Whether it's a hot day when they're doing the cut or it's a cold day. How long they've allowed the fabric to settle on the cutting table before they've cut it. These are all little tiny things, but all added up together can make a difference in the jean. This is not like precision metal work. This is hand work. So there's going to be variances, and that's something that we all have to understand when it comes to a product like this. That it's not like baking, where you have to be very precise, or else nothing works. I mean, you can be off by a little bit, and it's still a jean, and it still works, and it's not. It may be slightly off from maybe the previous production, but it's not so off that it's unwearable, or that it's a completely different garment. We have an acceptable range of measurements that we consider. So those are just things that you need to be conscious of, because we do exchanges. Well, our exchange policy is such that we take the garment back, and then we give you credit, and then you can purchase a new item, any item that you could have same item. So, but you don't want to go through that process if you don't have to. If you decide you get the jeans and you don't like them, that's one thing. But if you get the jeans and you like them, but they don't fit, that's such a And speaking of that, we are going to redo the way that we do returns on Tate and Yoko. So right now, the way we handle it is that customers are responsible for shipping the jeans back to us. And we've had kind of a couple of issues, because it's a lot of our business, a lot of our customers are in the United States, and they're shipping jeans back to Canada. You get into these like border issues and customs and things like that. Things get stuck, or we get hit with like duty charges because the person sending it didn't do the paperwork properly. And anyhow, so we thought it'd be a lot easier if we just created the labels for the customers, and then because we have good rates with our shipping company, so basically what you would do is you would initiate a return request with us, and once approved, we'll send you a link where you can buy a shipping label from us, and then we'll create the label for you and send it to you, and then we'll deduct that cost of shipping from your return credit. But it's going to be so much cheaper than if you were to ship it yourself. So that is something that we're working on. We're going to implement that very soon. Expect to see some of that information on Tate and Yoko in the coming days. So we just thought it would be a lot easier to streamline that process for you guys and make exchanges, the painful part of any transaction a little bit smoother for everyone. So I hope that you guys appreciate that and that it works well for you guys. Would you recommend sizing down the waist for a samfurized, never rinsed wash jean? They tend to size up with time. I don't recommend sizing down. I think that sizing down game where you're struggling to wear the jeans and crossing your fingers and hoping that they're going to stretch out to perfection is a fool's game. I think that it works sometimes, but it more often than not doesn't work at all. And then you're just stuck with this pair of jeans that doesn't fit. And then you're like me, and you have a closet of a pair of jeans that don't fit anymore. And I only have that bunch of jeans that don't fit anymore because I like potato chips too much. Man, I gotta show you. This one's crazy. This one is crazy. I gotta get it for you. I gotta find it. So I don't even know if I have it. I hope I have it. If you like stretch selvage, we've been pushing stretch selvage for a long time. We were there doing it before anybody really accepted stretch selvage. People would tell us, "Oh, stretch selvage isn't real denim. It's not authentic." And I never believed that. I think all denim is denim. So get out of here with that stupid argument. But we've come up with. I don't know if I have the sample. Oh, here it is. This is crazy stuff. So, if you like comfort, we've got the Comfort Raw for you. So, let's check this out. This is the Hyper Flex Stretch Selvage. So, selvage, and stretch selvage is nothing new, but stretch selvage that stretches like this is not something you see every day. The level of stretch here is 30%. So you cannot sell this not rinsed. It has to be rinsed because that shrinks the fabric and activates the stretch. So that's why this is a one wash rinsed jean. It's lagging. Oh, I'm sorry. Not just you. Sorry. It just froze. Sorry. I don't know what you caught or what you didn't catch. So I'm going to show you these jeans all over again. Is it looking better now, guys? just give me those little hearts to let me know we're okay, or thumbs up or whatever. So I'll continue here. If it is an issue and you need me to repeat something, let me know. Hopefully, in the IGTV replay, it'll all look normal. But this is the new Hyper Flex Stretch Selvage. It is a unbelievably stretchy denim. Risa, can you maybe give me a little demonstration of the flex on these guys? So, super performance stretch. You get that classic selvage look with just absolute comfort. So for those who are looking for, they don't want to deal with that break-in process. They don't want to be uncomfortable. Well, you're not going to be uncomfortable. This is going to be the second you buy them. They still have that great fading potential. They are one wash, so they have been rinse washed. And I was mentioning earlier, I don't know if you caught that, that the reason why they are rinsed is because the raw fabric has a shrinkage rate of almost 30%. So obviously I can't sell that to somebody because the second they buy them, they're going to shrink 10 sizes. So we basically have to do the math and do all the adjustments for this denim to account for that, and they came out perfectly. I have to say that this is by far this is going to be the most comfortable fabric you could ever own in a raw kind of stretch world. So you still have that. Sorry, my phone is being funny. You still have that raw look, but that stretch performance is incredible. So that's the new Hyper Flex Stretch Selvage. That's going to be available in men's and women's, so across the board. What weight are they? I think they're 11, 12 ounces. Let me just double check. Hyper Flex. I'm ready for you guys now. Before I wouldn't have anything like pulled up in the back end. Now I have it all prepared. 12 ounces. So a good weight for all year. I'm all about those. Love comfort. Do you have a purple core coming this fall? Not this fall, but wait, what's fall? I'm just so, my brain just farted hard. Not fall 20, but spring, summer 21, we have a purple core coming. So I don't have we're still finalizing spring, summer 21. Well, it's pretty much finalized. We're just waiting for the samples to come in, really. So all of the samples should be ready by the end of this month, maybe early July, very early July, and I'll have those samples here. And I'll be happy to share some of that Spring Summer 21 preview with you, including the purple core. As I was telling you before, the reason why the purple core didn't come out for the fall was because the yarn supplier for the core yarn, they don't operate anymore. So that kind of happened right in the middle of that development. So I had to find a new supplier for that yarn. So that's why it got delayed. Otherwise, it would have been part of the fall collection. So it's now part of the Spring Summer 21 collection. Any plans for a 14, 15 ounce stretch selvage? Not specifically, but I'm sure it'll happen down the line. Yeah. Oh, also another thing to show off. So another fall preview. I'm not going to go through everything today, but I wanted to go through just a couple of things because these are a few of the things that we didn't show last week. Okay, wait. This is a good question. It's a great question. Somebody's asking me about chips in Japan. And I think earlier somebody asked if I could get barbecue Lay's. Can you get regular Lay's or Ruffles barbecue in Japan? They do have Lay's here, although you can get like regular, I think maybe sour cream.
I've seen barbecue.
Risa says she's seen barbecue. Lay's is not the biggest brand of chips here. They are around. I think they're maybe seen as the import brand. Ruffles does not exist here, which is a shame because Ruffles, I would say Ruffles all dressed are among the best chips in the world. Though this is, if you wanted raw denim content right now, you're not going to get raw denim content because you're going to get potato chip content. And that's why I'm getting big. these are the best chips in Japan, and they happen to be a Lay's product, a Frito-Lay's product. So this is the newest variation of this. We need a chip exchange. Oh God, it's just I'm gonna need. I don't know. Anyways, we do need a chip exchange. I'm gonna say that right now. That despite my my weight gains, I still love these things so much. These chips are so good. So this is steak flavored chips with wasabi. So they like a couple of weeks ago, I discovered this particular chip, and I'm worried actually. So Japan is very good at releasing limited edition products that just they make a good product and then they disappear in like weeks. Like it is just so common that you have this brand new product and then literally weeks later it's gone. Just gone. So I discovered these chips, just regular steak flavored without the wasabi a couple weeks ago. Now I can't find them anymore. Part of like my today we're gonna head out of the house today. I'm gonna try and find these chips, but they do have wasabi versions which are so good. Risa, can you open this? I gotta show them the chip. I gotta show them the chip because this is not an ordinary chip. This is good. It's a good ass chip. The bag is also really thick, like a steak.
Okay, I have to do that.
Just cut it, maybe. It is a high quality bag, I have to say that I definitely feel the freshness being locked in there. See, now that the bag is open, I'm gonna be forced to eat all of them because that's how it goes. So check that out. So like they're like these. You don't get a lot of ridged chips here, but this is like the heavyweight denim of ridged chips. Look how thick that chip is. It's freaking crazy. It's very crunchy. We need chip denim patches for each of your favorites. Oh gosh. So yeah, check out that chip. If anybody actually wants to do a chip exchange, hit me up on my personal Instagram and maybe we'll figure that out. I would love to do Doritos chips. I wanted to do KFC scratch and sniff jeans, and I still want to do KFC scratch and sniff jeans. I've actually spent, it's been a while, but I remember for a while I was actively trying to contact somebody at KFC, calling every friggin' number I could find to try and make that happen, because I think KFC scratch and sniff jeans would be hilarious. And I love KFC. I love fast food. I mean, I think, again, this is all leading up to my problems. You know how much I love KFC? I got the Colonel in my house. A statue of him. That's right. So, I do love KFC. I love chips. Fast food. McDonald's. Sorry. If you're a healthy food person, I like that stuff too, but I just can't stop snacking. Okay, back to denim content. Thrown off there a little bit for talking about one of my other passions in life, junk food. Okay, sorry. What's the weight of the Joker denim? Let me get that for you. So that is coming out, the Joker denim, the Batman collection. It's coming out this fall. It's going to come out around holiday season, probably starting around November time. The Joker is a 12-ounce denim, so standard weight. Is it going to be 12? I'm pretty sure it's 12, yeah. Any plans for 14 or 15 ounce strip salvage? We talked about that. How's it going this week?